God's advice today. This message was lovingly prepared to bring peace and guidance to your heart. If it touches you, feel free to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. That way, you'll keep receiving uplifting content. Stay with us until the end. We've prepared something special with great care. Discover something life-changing. In the first comment, I left a special prayer and an opportunity that could open doors you never imagined. God said, "My beloved child, it is to you that I speak right now, the one who feels as though your strength has reached its end, and the weight upon your shoulders is far greater than you can bear. I know exactly where you are, and I see the weariness that goes beyond your body and has taken root in the deepest part of your soul. I have seen every night when your heart became a silent battlefield, and every morning when you rose, not because you felt like it, but because you knew you had to keep going. You are longing for a deep spiritual change in your life and in the lives of those you love. Imagine attracting wealth and abundance in less than a week, while blessings are poured over you daily. It all begins with a simple 1-minute prayer. To discover how this practice can transform your reality, click the link in the first comment. Every step you take toward this journey not only blesses you but also supports our channel and the dedicated team that brings this valuable content to you. Do not wait any longer to start this journey of spiritual and material transformation. Click now to learn more and begin your path toward a fuller and more abundant life. It is no accident that you are reading these words right now. I, the one who upholds the entire universe with a single command, have prepared this moment to speak to you, to let my voice be heard above the noise that tries to overwhelm your mind. For even when life seems to have defeated you, the truth is that your story is about to change in ways you never imagined. I saw when you awoke with that heaviness in your chest, as if a thick cloud had settled over you. I want you to know, you have never been alone. Remember what is written, even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Psalm 23 verse 4. Even when the heavens seem closed and silence feels like the only reply to your prayers, I am working in your favor. What is now pain and waiting will turn into testimony and victory, and you will see with your own eyes that I am faithful. I know the nights when you open your eyes and, for a few seconds, everything seems calm, until the memory of pain rushes in like a cold wind and awakens the burden that had slept for just a moment. I know what it's like to rise from bed with a heavy body and a soul still lying on the ground. I saw you smile so no one would worry, even when your heart was on the verge of breaking. I was there when you chose silence, not for lack of words, but to protect those you love. The conversations you thought I didn't hear, the muffled cries in the dark, the questions thrown into the void, the whispers between tears, they all reached me. I am not a distant or indifferent God. I am the one who gathers every tear and keeps them, because they are proof of your struggle and endurance. No moment of pain has passed unnoticed. I saw your exhaustion, I understood your silence, and I received your prayers as a precious fragrance, even when you thought they were lost in the wind. Comment, I trust in God's love, He is my refuge. Do not wait any longer to begin this journey of spiritual and material transformation, for the moment is now, and it is no accident you are reading these words. I, the one who sustains the universe with a single command, have prepared this very instant to speak directly to you, so that my voice will pierce through the noise that tries to dominate your mind and reach the deepest part of your heart. I know when the weight upon your chest feels suffocating and when the cloud of worry darkens your vision, but I want you to remember what is written, in this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world, John chapter 16 verse 33. These words are not only a promise, but a guarantee that victory is already declared over your life. Even when silence seems to be the only answer to your prayers, I am working behind the scenes, shifting circumstances, opening paths, and preparing answers greater than what you asked for. What is now pain and waiting will become testimony and victory, and you will see with your own eyes that I am faithful, and that every step of this journey, even the hardest ones, was leading you to the place where your story will change forever. Comment, even in the desert, God prepares my way. I know the waves that have been crashing against you without ceasing, and I know how suffocating it feels to try to breathe while the next one is already on its way. You have hidden yourself to cry so no one would see your vulnerability, but I was seated right beside you, holding your life with care and love. My silence was never absence, it was protection. I was moving pieces you could not yet see, arranging answers that go beyond what you asked for. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. Jeremiah chapter 29 verse 11. My child, no storm is stronger than the hand that holds you. Knowledge about your worth will ever be greater than the truth I have already declared. You are loved, chosen, and called to overcome. The promises I have released over you are still alive, and the time for their fulfillment is drawing near. Comment, God's promises are greater than any storm. Did you know there is an effective method to attract greater financial prosperity? This technique can help transform your deepest beliefs and change the way you perceive reality. It was something that greatly impacted my life, and we would like to invite you to discover this special practice. When we trust that God wants to work in our lives, we gain the courage to ask Him directly. God desires to bless each of us in a unique and wonderful way. Therefore, it is important to seek His blessings with faith and confidence, believing that He has a special plan for you. If you want to support our work and the team dedicated to bringing inspiring and transforming content, we invite you to check out our product. The link is available in the first comment, so you can find out how this technique can also help you on your journey. Your contribution helps us continue sharing messages that make a difference. We deeply appreciate your trust and support. I know how the feeling of invisibility has hurt your heart. You have been surrounded by people and yet felt alone, as if there were an invisible wall separating you from the world. But that wall is falling. I am sending divine connections to walk with you, people who will recognize who you are and will join forces to fulfill the purpose I have designed for your life. There will be no more isolation, nor loneliness masked by superficial company. I saw your knees trembling under the weight of battles, and I know that at times you thought about giving up. But I did not let you fall, because there are still chapters to be written and victories to be celebrated. Everything you have lived through was preparation, and now comes the time to walk lightly, to feel the chains broken, and to see that I changed your heart first before changing the circumstances. Comment, God's love breaks down every wall. My child, every sleepless night, I was there watching over you. Every thought that threatened to harm you, I gathered before it could destroy you. Now, pay attention. In place of the desert, I will make springs gush forth. In place of darkness, I will light up the brightest day you have ever seen. I don't work with small changes, I operate complete transformations. I don't give drops, I pour rivers. And these rivers will flood your life until no dry or lifeless piece remains. The light I will put inside you will be so intense that others will see it and find their way through it. The hope that seemed lost will be restored in such a way that every morning will dawn with a new song on your lips. You will breathe peace and strength, and every beat of your heart will be a reminder that I gave you life with purpose, and that purpose is still being fulfilled. Comment: God turns deserts into gardens. Start imagining, beloved child. Imagine opening your eyes and feeling the pressure in your chest disappear. Imagine waking up and realizing there is a pure joy, for no apparent reason, bubbling inside you. Imagine rising with renewed energy, a genuine smile, and the certainty that this day will be special. See the doors that seemed locked forever opening before you as the answer to old prayers. I hold the master key, and I am already turning it at the right moment. Soon, you will hear the sound of locks breaking and see miracles multiplying around you. None of this will be luck, it will be my hand at work. What seemed stuck will move. What seemed dead will come back to life. What seemed impossible will become reality before your eyes, so that you never doubt that I am the God who keeps his promises. I want you to hold one certainty: no matter how long the night has been, dawn always comes. No matter how fierce the storm was, the sea always calms. And no matter how dry the desert was, I always make life spring where there seems to be no hope. You are not forgotten, you are not invisible, you are not weak in my eyes. You are my beloved child, and I take great pleasure in caring for you. Keep walking, even if your feet hurt, because every step brings you closer to what I have prepared. Your story will not end in defeat but in victory, not an ordinary victory, but one that will be a living testimony of my faithfulness. At this very moment, I want you to stop everything and listen carefully to what I am about to say. I know the journey has been hard, the weight you carry feels overwhelming, and the nights have been too long, filled with doubts, fears, and painful silences. But hear me with an open heart. Even when everything around you seems barren and lifeless, a small seed of hope can take root and transform your reality. You don't need to do anything grand or forced right now. Just open a small window in your soul and allow the light of my presence to shine in, even if gently. I am not speaking by chance or coincidence. This word you are receiving is the direct answer to the silent cry of your spirit. What comes next will completely change your vision, your posture, your voice, and your presence in the world. This is not a destiny left to chance, but an eternal purpose I placed within you before the first sun shone or time began to count. Remember, my child, you are not an accident, nor a mistake in the vast universe I created. From before the first breath of creation, I already knew you. Your steps, your dreams, your tears, and your joys were all written on my heart. I formed you with care, weaving every part of you with the precision of a divine artist. Every talent that pulses within you, every hidden dream in your heart, was carefully placed by me so you may fulfill a unique mission on this earth. Don't let the weight of losses or failures determine your value. You are precious because you carry my image, inscribed in your soul like a rare diamond, a jewel not formed in easy environments, but under intense pressure, where heat and hardship transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. What you have experienced is not destruction, but preparation, transformation. The pressure of life is shaping a brilliance the world will soon admire. However, it is vital for you to understand that there are forces fighting to make you forget who you really are and the purpose destined for you. The enemy of your spirit works tirelessly, whispering lies trying to steal your hope, telling you that your days of blessing are over, that the plans I have for you were canceled because of your mistakes or adverse circumstances. Know that the voice that says, "It's too late," is not my voice, it is the deceiver's voice from the beginning. That feeling that you have disappointed too much and there is no turning back is a cruel deception designed to trap you in the past and prevent you from reaching the glorious future I prepared for you. If you understood what is stored for your life, you would not only overcome what you face, but become a powerful threat against the darkness trying to dominate you. Therefore, my child, know this battle is not yours to fight alone. I have already clothed you with the power of the Spirit who raised Jesus from the dead. The greatest strength is inside you, greater than any adversity or challenge the world can present. When you feel you cannot take another step, it is precisely then that my strength is perfected in your weakness. You are not in an ordinary fight, but a spiritual war, where the battlefield is your mind and the weapons are spiritual, not physical. Victory is already assured because I won on your behalf more than 2,000 years ago on the cross. What you are facing are the enemy's last desperate attacks trying to steal what is already legally yours. But to claim that victory, you must actively participate, using the weapons I gave you. One of these powerful weapons is your declaration of faith. Now, I invite you to a prophetic act. Declare the lie the enemy has whispered in your ear. Speak it out loud, acknowledge it, and then, with conviction, declare the truth of my promise that completely cancels that lie. If the lie is that you will never get out of this situation, the truth is that I have plans for hope and a future for you, and I am restoring your mind and heart right now. If the lie is that you have lost all opportunities, the truth is I am opening doors that no one can close before you. Every word you speak in faith is a sword of light cutting through the invisible chains that bind you. Every act of faith is a beacon that lights your path in the midst of darkness. And the simple act of believing, of trusting, is like lighting a torch that drives away the shadows. My child, your yes to this truth is a sign to heaven that you are ready to receive what I have prepared for you. Every step you take, even if it seems small, is filled with power and purpose. No matter how slow the progress, every advance is a victory the enemy cannot erase. Remember, I never promised a life without problems, but I promise to be with you through each one, strengthening you, guiding your steps, and illuminating your path. Trust that I am working even when you cannot see. Hope is not the absence of difficulties, but the certainty that you will never be alone. I am your refuge, your strength, and your unwavering light. Now is the time for you to raise your voice, strengthen your heart, and declare the truth of your identity. You are my beloved child, called to shine amid the darkness. The journey may be long, the trials many, but triumph is certain for those who trust and persevere. Know that every tear you shed is being used to refine your character, to make you stronger, and to prepare you for what is to come. Do not let fear, doubt, or lies steal your peace. I am with you today and always, ready to sustain you and carry you beyond what you imagine. Rise up, my child, and walk in the light of hope that never fades. You have already received in your life prayers and teachings that have the power to transform your mind, strengthen your spirit, and change your reality. Do not underestimate the strength of these simple actions. In the spiritual realm, your obedience in the small things opens the doors to greater achievements. Actively participating in my word is not an option, it is an essential necessity so that you can be lifted up and prepared for the glorious phase that is coming. At this very moment, I decree the breaking of all chains that have kept you bound, the chains of despair that tied your feet, the bonds of anxiety that oppressed your chest, and the invisible barriers that limited your journey. Just as the walls of Jericho fell at the sound of the trumpets, Your life is being set free by my voice and the power of my love. There is no power in heaven or on earth that can resist what I am releasing in your life right now. My light invades every hidden shadow of your being. My transforming power floods every cell of your body and soul. The time of scarcity, anguished waiting, and spiritual drought has come to an end. Doors that were once closed now open wide, paths that seemed blocked are cleared, and opportunities that were hidden now reveal themselves before your eyes. I am pouring out upon you a shower of abundant blessings, a river that never dries up, bringing renewal in every area of your life. Feel my balm heal your deepest wounds, allowing painful memories to lose their power and emotional scars to turn into living testimonies of my restoring love. Breathe deeply, my child, and receive now the victory that is yours by right. It is not something you will have in the future, but a gift for this very moment. Feel the weight you have carried lift from your shoulders, feel peace descend on your soul with the force of a mighty river, feel hope ignite within you a fire that will never be extinguished. The air you breathe is impregnated with my powerful and transforming presence, changing the entire spiritual atmosphere around you. The darkness that surrounded you begins to dissipate before the light that emanates from my spirit. Rise not only in body but in soul and spirit, shake off the dust of defeat, straighten your crown, because you are a child of the King of Kings, called to walk upright and confident, carrying my power within you. But know that this transformation is not just for your personal benefit. You were raised up to be light in the midst of darkness, to be a beacon of hope in a world thirsty for love and healing. Your healing serves so that you may bring healing to others. Your freedom is the first step to becoming a liberator. The testimony of your victory will be the key that opens the prisons of those still bound by despair. Look at yourself in the spiritual mirror and see the winner you already are, the one who no longer resembles the broken person who first heard this word. You are a living proof of my power, a clear sign of my unconditional love. Your life is a silent sermon that inspires without needing words, and every step you take carries the seal of my victory. Every word you speak is anointed to spread hope. Now, your mission as a bearer of my light is urgent. Think of someone who is now where you were at the beginning of this journey, someone who feels like giving up, who has lost hope, who needs to hear exactly what you received at this moment. Do not wait until tomorrow or next week. Send this word of encouragement to that person. Share the spiritual arsenal that is in your hands. Your obedience to act may be the difference between spiritual life and death for that brother or sister. Be a living instrument of my grace, the channel through which the impossible becomes possible. Always remember, when you shine, you do not just illuminate your own path, but you open light for all who walk around you. And thus, the glory of my kingdom advances, bringing redemption, healing, and victory to many. The decision to act and share the word you have received may mean the difference between spiritual life and death for someone lost in the darkness of despair. Perhaps this message is exactly what that person has been waiting to hear, the miracle that will completely change the course of their destiny. You hold in your hands a sacred responsibility, a calling to be a channel of my grace and light. Do not underestimate the impact your obedience and courage can have on the life of that brother or sister who feels like giving up, who is without strength and hope. Your voice, anointed by me, can become the bridge that leads them back to the path of faith and victory. Therefore, it is urgent that you do not hesitate, do not delay, do not keep this precious spiritual arsenal to yourself. This is the moment to act, to rise as my warrior of light and fulfill the greater purpose I have for your life. To remain firm and strengthened in this transformative mission, it is essential that you stay spiritually nourished every day. For this reason, I deliver to you the spiritual food you need through this channel, which is more than just a space. It is your constant training ground, the place where your faith is renewed and your spirit fortified. Subscribing and staying connected to this source of life is not a suggestion, but an essential part of your ongoing preparation to face the battles yet to come. This food is the fuel that feeds your inner light, keeping the fire of hope and courage burning even in the greatest difficulties. Only with this daily connection will you be ready to shine brightly, to radiate my presence, and to fulfill the mission I entrusted to you with excellence. Therefore, make this commitment a priority, because your progress depends on your willingness to be nourished by my word and my spirit. Now, go with confidence, my son, my daughter, and walk in the victory that is already yours by right. Live in the fullness of your healing, breathe deeply the freedom I conquered for you, and enjoy the new identity I have given you, an identity marked by strength, courage, and unconditional love. Share your testimony of overcoming with those still walking in the shadows, showing that transformation is possible when you surrender to my power. Spread my light wherever there is darkness, extend my kingdom through your words and actions, and be an instrument of my peace and hope in a world thirsty for restoration. Always remember that I am by your side every day until the end of time. Your journey of miracles is not coming to an end, it is only beginning. The most glorious chapters of your life are being written now, and the world awaits to see the glory I will manifest through you. Move forward with bravery, for your time is now. Trust me, and know that I will never abandon you. With love, God. I hope this message has been an inspiration to you. If it touched your heart, write Amen in the comments and share it with someone who also needs to hear this word. I invite you to click on the first comment, where you will find a special prayer and a suggestion to strengthen your spiritual journey. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel to receive more inspiring content like this. See you tomorrow.